to the Dan Show. Starring Dan Whalen.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dan Show, where we talk about literally whatever we want. So, if you can tell by the thumbnail, we're going to talk some real talk. We're going to talk about why I smoke cigars. So, let's talk about 2025 for a minute. Okay? This has probably been the most stressful year of my life. And I can go into a million details as to why. Let's start with literally January 1st of this year. So, I moved into this house in January, as I kind of announced in a video prior to this one earlier in this year. I moved into this house because my old landlord literally tried to kill me. I kind of take it as a joke a little bit, but at the same time, it's a pretty serious situation. I actually have a picture of him, from my security camera up here, kind of stalking my house pretty much. I have a sick sense of humor, I guess. I like to kind of just laugh things off, but man, was that stressful. That was something ridiculously stressful. The move itself into this house was kind of stressful, even though I had all my friends kind of help me out. I want to thank them. There's a shout out to them in this as well for kind of helping me through this as well. I run a business as well. I run a pool technician company, which I'm going to start calling it aquatic engineering just because it sounds way awesome. But owed Uncle Sam, an astronomical amount of money in taxes. Had to write them a check, but I was just kind of man, that's bullshit. That was just really annoying to me. That was money I earned, and then just what a stressful year. And that's just kind of up to freaking April, for crying out loud, I've had no excitement around the holidays. I have not really wanted to do anything other than just kind of work out and do business stuff, and then, there's always the cigars. I want to talk about why I smoke these things, and okay, for me, I can light up a cigar at the end of my day. Running a business is the best thing I ever did in my life. Financially, especially. The best thing I could have done for myself financially. But I deal with some questionably stupid people. I'm not going to pinpoint an accurate one. And honestly, I don't know if I even have customers that watch my channel. And this might actually hurt it. But I'm not kind of in a phase in my life where I understand customer service and, being nice to customers for business, but I also believe if someone is an idiot or an asshole, they can't fix it unless someone tells them. I'm that guy. I will tell you the truth. I've always been able to tell the truth. It's kind of a curse and a blessing at the same time. I don't like lying to people. I prefer not to lie to people. A little white lie here and there actually bothers me. Over something stupid. I could take a situation that did happen and kind of vamp it up to make it sound more dramatic or whatever. But even that alone, being a white little lie or making the story more dramatic than it actually was in my life, I feel bad about that. I hate that. I really just hate lying to people. I really do. Which is why I don't lie to people. I'll tell them the truth. If you're an idiot, you're an idiot. I'll tell you. If I don't like your shirt, don't ask me for my opinion. I'll tell you the truth, And, I'm kind of in that phase of my life where I just, it's not that I don't care about their feelings, but, someone needs to tell them that they suck or that they're an idiot or something, you know what I mean? And, no one does that. Everyone just kind of cowers and just lets the bad guy get away with it, I hate that. And like I said, why should they get, a special treatment because they're an asshole? No, frick them. Get out of my store, get out of my business, whatever. And like I said, when I deal with stupid people all day, I come home and the first thing I think about is, I want a cigar. And that is the first thing I do pretty much when I come home from work. And I'll tell you, when I light one of these up, I can take all of my problems and I can lay them out right in front of me and I can organize them. I can almost see the problems in front of me. Instead of them clouding my brain, I can almost just kind of relax, take a minute, And I know it's ironic because it's smoking, but I can actually breathe in certain situations like that. I can literally be okay, let me see what I can do here. And I kind of come out strong, I'd say. Like, not to toot my own horn, but like I said, I'm able to kind of just figure it out, you know? And I gotta kind of thank cigars for that. These are like a mild, weird form of meditation for me, I guess. I love them. I know the health risk behind them, and I understand why people steer away from that, and I completely get it. That's your life. I probably shouldn't even be smoking these. I just really like them. These, you know, leaves, technically, these tobacco leaves, you know, rolled up in a tube, you know, are about 1/4 my personality. I know a lot about cigars. I know a ton about whiskey. I know a lot about business. But, man, like, what a stressful year. And I gotta say, I gotta kind of give it some credit, like cigars and stuff, you know? And this video is definitely not about reviewing anything. This is kind of more of like an update on what's going on in my life, and like a kind of an update on what to expect in 2026 from the channel. I like real talk. I like real conversation. Like, I love movies and TV shows. I love talking about that, but I'm not helping anyone by doing that. I really am not. You know, I'm really just kind of like spitting out things that people already know, a strongly opinionated thing about something that I watched. And, you know, like, I'm not getting, like, really what I want out of that. Like, I'm kind of like, it's almost underwhelming to me. I know it sounds kind of negative to say on my channel, but, like, it really is. Like, I feel like in my life I can do and provide so much more for people, like my viewers, even like my customers. I can do so much more, but I can't blame this year, because this year, like, I hate excuses too. Like, I can blame this year all I want, but I will admit, like, this year was probably the most I've ever been clocked out of just about everything. What I mean by that is my work ambition, like, sank. Like, I'll admit, like, I was able to maintain the business, but I had no desire to really grow it any more than it was. I was just kind of like, whatever happens, happens, you know? My friends, I love my friends, but I've been hanging out with them way less, like all of them way less and less and less, and like, it's not even like, I don't want to say I don't care, but it's kind of just like, it's been so peaceful recently, you know? And like, I love my friends, I love hanging with them, and like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of now starting to embrace the loner side of my life. And the cigar went out. But yeah, like, I don't know, just this year's definitely been like kind of very trying for me, very testing, very kind of all over the place, I must say. But we're getting there. Like, I definitely feel like at the end of this year, like around Christmas time, like today is the 9th of December. Hang on. I need it to light up. There we go. I'm gonna just keep puffing at it. I actually probably need to put butane in that. But, you know, like, I've been hanging out with them less. I've even my family, like, I've been kind of distant from them too. Like, I know I'm not depressed about anything. Like, I actually feel the same, but like, ironically, I actually feel better. Like, way better about life. Like, I'm almost just like, I'm not a big crowd setting type guy. I know the channel talks about whiskey and stuff like that, but I'm really not a beer drinker. And in the town I live in Lake County, I live in Claremont. There's nothing to do around here except drink beer, and whiskey, if you've been anywhere, is just extremely expensive for no reason. I got a double of Jameson the other day. It ended up being $21, and I'm like, they put like that much in my glass. I'm like, this sucks. I could have spent that. I could have put that $20 toward a bottle of Jameson at my house. I don't know why I didn't. I actually did. So if I do drink, it's probably like a drink or two here and there at my house. I have no desire to go to bars anymore. I don't want to go to bars. Nothing against them. I'm just not there anymore. I'm just not in that, like, that party lifestyle anymore. I'm 31 years old. Maybe that's it. And I hear from a lot of people like, oh, you're growing up, man. You're growing up. Like, awesome. Great. That's amazing. I'm so happy that I'm growing up. But I'm starting to realize, like, I'm leaving a lot of stuff behind that I never, like, intended to leave behind. But it's almost like I'm accepting it. And it's like, it's okay, you know? I've lived in Claremont now since 2003. I was 8 years old when we moved here. I turned 9 in the apartment we were living in while my parents' house was being built. I ended up living with them, moved out around, like, 22. But this year, I will say, like, despite it being the most stressful year ever, I did plan a pretty decent amount of things to do. Rode up to North Carolina to see my buddy Greg. Went to Erie, Pennsylvania to go to my uncle's wedding, which was awesome. Kind of like a cowboy country style wedding. I ended up wearing a hat and everything. Blast. Had a great time. I was so happy. I was really happy to make it to his wedding. Like that was a really cool thing. Like I did this year, and ended up going to Missouri with another friend of mine, and she and we ended up going to a Kansas City Chiefs game and a Lions game. I don't care for either team. But I'm not going to say no to a football game. Like, it was free, technically. The football game was free. The whole freaking trip was borderline free. It was a lot of fun. But the one thing I noticed was I was not in my comfort zone at all in any of them. Like, I knew where nothing was. I didn't know anything about anything there. You know, it was just kind of like, wow, this is a little bit of an adventure. And, you know, I kind of realized, like, I need to get out of my comfort zone. I think I'm going to give myself one more year in this town. I'm going to probably stay in Florida just due to business reasons, but, you know, I have a whole life to live, and I'm starting to realize, like, I kind of go out of my way to help people. You know, I like to help people. I don't mind helping people, as long as if I don't lose myself in the process. But, like, this year, I don't know if I actually really, like, kind of, like, found myself in anything, you know? I just kind of, like, went with the flow so hard. I didn't control literally anything this year, and that's kind of, in fact, it kind of felt good. Like, I'll admit, like, it really kind of felt good to just, like, whatever happens, happens, you know? But I will say, the one thing that was always there when I needed it was a freaking cigar, you know? Just something about them. They're just, I don't know. I just absolutely love these things. Again, like, there's something about them. Like, I feel sophisticated. I feel proper. I feel like if I have one of these in my hand out in a public setting, I need to be on my best behavior. And, like, you know what's funny? I'm not proud of this at all, but I've smoked cigarettes before. Like, who hasn't? Come on, who hasn't? You know? And, even then, like, it wasn't really hard for me to quit that. Like, I just, like, alright, I don't want to do this anymore. Poof, done. Just never smoked a cigarette again. But, I often, like, even out in public when I smell cigarettes, like, I'm not one to be like, oh my god, this guy thing. But, like, I just prefer not to smell them. And it's kind of weird because it's the same thing with just about everyone. Like, I hear from everybody saying, like, yeah, cigarettes stink. I don't like the smell of them. You know, they're smelly. They're in your breath, whatever. But I don't get why cigars are different. But I get more, like, compliments about cigars than I do cigarettes. And I'm not saying go light up a cigar like outside of a Walmart or outside of like a whatever. Just don't do that. But, like, you know, I will say, like, it's almost like there's a nostalgia to these. Like, it's a nostalgia I don't understand. You know, like, my mom and I, we kind of have a weird tradition now. Not even a weird one. I think it's awesome. I think it's actually pretty badass. Like, around the holidays, I'll pick up a cigar. I'll pick one up for her. We'll sit on her back patio. She and I will smoke a cigar together. And I think that's awesome. I think that's just the coolest thing ever, you know? But, like, she always kind of says, she's like, cigars always reminded her of her grandfather. I never met her grandfather, but I'm from the same bloodline, I guess. I don't know if it really matters, but there is something very nostalgic about smoking cigars, you know? You feel, I don't know, sophisticated, like a CEO even, like a mob boss, like a Don, you know? Like, there's something about them that just, you feel good. And again, I'm not saying go out there and, like, go give yourself cancer or nothing. I'm not saying that at all, but, like, cigars have just been there for me, you know? Like, and I'm not saying, like, I'm a bit of a loner, I admit. Like, I kind of do like to be by myself, especially recently. I've been going out of my way to be by myself, and I'm trying to figure out why. But I'm not really complaining that that's my life right now. I can think, I can breathe. Like, I prefer, like, it's not the alone thing that I like. It's actually the quiet that I like. People need to get that correct. But, cigars are just, they've been there. You know, and like I said, I absolutely love them. Like, this one right here, this one tells me a story. Like, I've only mentioned it a million times in other videos, but the Brick House, the Maduro. My uncle, the one that I literally just told you I went to his wedding, he was the one that introduced this cigar to me. Every time I smoke one of these, I think of him. You know, and it's just like, I remember the first time, like, I sat in his garage and we smoked one of these together. It's such a good feeling. It was nostalgia to me. And, like I said, just anybody I meet that also smokes cigars, they are just ahead in life. I feel like they get class. They understand, like, what they are doing, where they are going in life. They understand their finances. They're not like an idiot. They're not acting childish. They're like someone you can almost look up to in a weird way. You know, and, like, I mean, I kind of want to be that person one day, you know? Like, I would like to be that guy that people look up to, that, like, you know, that guy Dan's a pretty cool dude, you know? Like, I want that to be me, you know? I don't know if I'm already there or not. I really don't care if I am or not, but, like, that'd be a great feeling one day. You know, just saying. But, like, I'm in a weird place in life, you know? Like, I really am. Like, I think this is a transition period. I know, like, I'm pretty sure I probably lost a bunch of you in this video. Like I said, this is completely a different one. But I want to talk, like, this year I definitely feel like I took a really relaxing break from a lot of things. Like, I did not overexert I got any amount of energy that was unnecessary. Like, yes, this year was very stressful, but the things that weren't stressful, I did take real easy. And all the things that were stressful, I figured out. As of right now, I'm pretty darn tired. Not like, oh my god, I need sleep, but just like like really tired, you know? And, you know, I'm all about the grind set. I'm all about that. I'm all about the, you know, make your life good, make it, you know, figure it out, you know, grind, you know, whatever. And I completely understand that, but I feel like I also forgot how to have fun. And that's kind of a big topic I want to talk about. Like, everybody's on YouTube these days, and, you know, and it's fine. Everybody, YouTubeversity, you can learn how to do whatever. But, you know, I've built a pretty successful business. I have another business that I work on too. Like, I do drop shipping as well. I know everybody heard that and probably just rolled their eyes like, oh, drop shipping, oh my god. But you know what I mean? In a world like where I can make money, I want to make money. You know what I mean? I'm not doing OnlyFans. Like, I got nothing against people who do OnlyFans. If you want to be naked on whatever, you go right ahead. I don't give a shit. But like, there's ways to make money, and like, it's legal, so I'm gonna do it. You know, why not? Why am I being judged for making money just because it didn't work for you? Don't blame me. You know what I mean? Again, if there is no race to success at all. You know, just because I got my house before you did does not mean I'm more successful than you. And you know what? I have a friend, like, she's got kids. You know, I love her to death. She's a great friend of mine. And she's always, like, financially broke. And, like, I'm financially okay. Like, I'm financially okay in my life. I'm doing okay. But, like, you know, she's like, man, I'm never going to be rich. I'm never going to be like you, Dan, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, you're rich in ways I'll never understand. Like, she's got a loving family. I have a loving family, too. But, I mean, like, she's got kids. Like, she's got a diamond. Like, she's got, like, 2 beautiful children that love her, and she loves them. And, like, I don't have kids. I don't know the first thing about being a parent. But, like, you know what? From what I've seen, being a parent's, like, the greatest thing that ever happened to someone. You know, like, there's no race to success at all. Like, why? I don't get it. Like, why are people jealous? Like, who cares? You know, figure it out. Like, don't be jealous. Catch up. You know what I mean? It's not hard. And, you know, the one thing I've learned about myself this year, and this is kind of a good one, I think my favorite thing in my life is watching people I care about become the best version of themselves. That is all I want from anyone. And I'm going to say, I have friends that have zero ambition, zero desire to move on in life. And, you know, I got to tell you, it bothers me, I think, more than it bothers them. Like, and the thing is, like, outgrowing people is 100% normal in life. It really is. I think so. And you know, like, it's okay. You know, like, it's not that the people are bad. It's not that, like, you don't even think of yourself as a piece of shit, you know? I'm trying to get out of that phase, too. Like, I'm thinking, man, I must be a horrible person if I'm just, like, neglecting my friends recently, you know? But I don't know. I don't know if it's a maturity thing. I don't know if it's just, like I said, it's like, from what everyone tells me, I'm growing up, it's maturity, and it's a transition phase, you know? Like, I'm ready for the next stage in life, and I feel like it's true. Like, I feel like they're actually accurate. I feel like they're on something, you know? And I like that, you know? And, like, I'm kind of realizing more now, I need to embrace that side. I need to embrace that, you know, I got things to do. I can't do everything. I can't balance everyone. I can't do that. I'm just a man. You know, I'm one guy with a lot on my plate as is, and I can't be there for everybody. As much as I would want to, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know? And, like I said, it's okay to transition. It's okay to move on. It's okay to tell people no. It's a good, like, no is one of the greatest words I ever learned to say out loud, and I say it pretty often. And, it's, like I said, it's about self-respect. Have some respect for yourself, you know? Respect others, but also respect yourself. If I kind of give like, I'm starting to realize when I really don't want to do something, I used to kind of be like, okay, like, alright, I'll go, I'll do it, I'll help, you know what I mean? Now I'm more like, if I really don't want to do it, I'm going to just say no. And I'm hoping they don't get mad, and I hope they understand. But like at the same time, even if they didn't, that's too bad. Like I don't want to do it. I'm just not gonna do it. And I'm at that point, like in my life, where it's really kind of nice to kind of just stick up for yourself, and realize that it's okay to grow up. That you're not in the party kid phase. Like I'm not saying I'm not youthful anymore, but I'm also not doing immature, childish things, I couldn't tell you the last time I got drunk. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a beer, honestly. Like, I don't drink beer. I'm more of a whiskey wine guy. I swore off of beer for reasons, again, for being stupid back in my past, whatever. And, I told myself, like, that's it. No more beer for Dan. And I meant it. I haven't had a beer in over 2 years. And I'm proud of myself for that. Like, I really am. What? I love how these things go out because I'm trying to talk. Like I said, this is a really good cigar, by the way. Like, I would highly recommend going and pick up a brick house. Go pick up a brick house. Think about your life. Think about your next step in life. Think about your next move. And embrace it. Don't, and that's another thing, too. Oh, this is, like, I'm actually really liking this video. I think this video is going to hit really good, If anyone's still tuning in at this point, I don't know. But, do what you want to do in your life. Don't worry about anyone else. What do you want? What do you want to do? Seriously, if you are bending your life for other people, or you're scared of hurting other people's feelings, or whatever, you're living life wrong. I'm gonna say it, I'm not saying go out there and be a dick to people. Don't be a bitch. Don't be anything, you know what I mean? But if you have goals, and you're not achieving your goals because you're trying to make everybody else happy, you're the problem. You are the problem. People, need to figure it out themselves. You were not born to hold everyone's hand through things, and that's fine. Like, if you want to do that, absolutely, but do not lose yourself in the process. That's a big one, and honestly, I'd say I got pretty good at that. Like I said, I learned how to say no really well, and I also have people that like need help, and I'm like, if I can't, I can't. Sorry, dude. I can't help you today. What are you doing? I'm not doing shit. I just don't want to hang out. I don't want to help, and that is okay. Again, it's a self-respect thing, and like I said, it's just a weird, I don't know. Like I said, I'm totally in a different mindset. Like, I actually feel like I'm a better person recently, but I'm also more distant than ever. I also feel like I'm not trying to impress anyone anymore. I feel like I'm just living my life, and you know what? I don't care if people talk shit about me. I really don't. Like, as long as it's the truth. Like, don't spread rumors about people. Like, if people talk shit, I don't care if people talk shit, as long as if they're telling the truth about me. If they're like, oh yeah, Dan's a bald ass, son of a bitch, okay, whatever, okay, cool. But if they're spreading rumors and stuff, then we have a different story. If they're lying about what they're talking shit about, then we have an issue. But, even then, like, I really just don't care. And, I got things to do, I have a life to live, and I'm not going to let their opinion determine my day. I'm just not. I'm not going to just go home and light a cigar and just do the same thing over and over and over. And I actually kind of find it flattering when people talk shit anyway, because it's like, wow, I am in your brain rent-free, and I'm disturbing you, and I'm not even trying, Let people talk shit, you know what I mean? Own the fact that people talk shit, you know what I mean? Embrace it even, prove them right. If someone, like, says something and you agree with them, like the argument's over. Like, that's it, done. I mean, it's still going. I wish I put more butane in this. I have butane in my garage. Oh yeah, no, there we go. I have the fan on in here too, just to kind of air it out a little bit. But another kind of like annoyingly stressful thing that happened to me this year, and it was probably the most recent like frustrating thing, and I'm going to admit I almost kind of gave up on this YouTube stuff. I really did. Not because of anything anyone did, but I'm about 90% certain my YouTube got hacked with bots. I made a video called like Star Wars Episode 1 through 6 review. I had a couple other videos on my channel that I out of freaking nowhere just skyrocketed in views. And skyrocketed, and like I picked up 500 subscribers in a day somehow, which has never happened ever. My watch hours just exploded as well. And for a moment there, I was kind of like, hell yeah, awesome, this is cool as hell. But then like I'm looking at my analysts, my algorithm and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, so like the traffic seemed wrong. Like all of it just seemed kind of off. And I'm like, huh. And kind of looking at it, like I never got notified by YouTube or anything. Like nobody ever reached out to me. But all those watch hours just disappeared somehow. All my views just disappeared somehow. Like I'm watching my analysts just kind of go up and down. It just looks like zigzags, and it's like it doesn't look right. And then I kind of did my own little thing, like, hey, what is a YouTube analyst that's hacked looks like? And it kind of matched what the Google picture looked like. I know you shouldn't Google everything and like kind of base everything off of Google, but bottom line is my shit looked bad. Like it looked like it was hacked. So I was kind of like, I swear to God, if I get dinged for this, I'm gonna be kind of ticked off. And I know YouTube's kind of big on that, that algorithm and everything, and I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat on anything. I really don't. But whoever did kind of like hack my thing, go screw yourself, seriously. But like, I really did almost give up on YouTube. I really did. But you know what? I'm no quitter. I don't want to ever be a quitter. I'm more of a, I run toward my problems and away from them kind of guy. I've always been that way, and it's kind of a curse, but it's a blessing at the same time. I also kind of pat myself on the back here, and this is going to sound cocky, but I have a very tough personality. I want what I want, and I will get what I want, and I will do whatever I can to get it. And like I said, I would love to someday be monetized by YouTube, so giving up was not an option. But I will say this, 2026 is coming up in about 3 weeks. It'll be, the new year, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to start this year off different. Like, I can't wait to start 2026 off. But I think I'm going to do more. I'm going to keep doing the channel. I'm still going to wear the suits. I'm still going to smoke cigars, still talk about cigars. But I'm not too sure about the movies and TV shows anymore. The more I do them, the more views they don't get. But whenever I make a video about cigars or something, they kind of take off. And, I do like talking about movies, but I also like to see the views go up, if you know what I mean. And like that's kind of the whole point of the YouTube channel. Like I'm going to talk more about like cigars more. I'm going to talk about whiskeys. I'm going to talk about watches. Like stay tuned. Like I have this kind of like, I have a couple Rolexes, but right now I'm wearing a Pagani design watch. And I'll tell you what, like I'm going to show you a quick little thing. I paid about $100 for this watch. I have some, like I said, I have Rolexes, and I also have this Pagani design one. If you can see it, it's like a green. It's beautiful. Like it's not heavy. Like it feels actually kind of quality. I'm not gonna lie. Like it actually feels like it, and it keeps great time. This is also one of those like movement ones, like you shake it and it keeps going. I just realized that the time on this is off. I kind of got dressed up and threw the watch on just to make a video, but I never changed the time. But I love this watch. Like it's a really nice watch, and I have a ton of them, and I want to talk about like as many as I can. Watches are kind of a big deal. I love watches. They're like the only accessory that I really kind of care about in my life, as opposed to like shirts and whatever. I'm a boots guy too. Like you can't see my feet, but I'm always wearing boots. Dress boots, cowboy boots, motorcycle boots, work boots, whatever. I love boots. It's just kind of who I am. I don't know. I've always liked boots. Never been a tennis shoes guy or sneakers, whatever. Don't care about the Jordans. Don't really care about that kind of stuff. I just like the boots. But I think 2026 is going to be a pretty different year, different take on the channel. We're going to still be reviewing a lot of stuff, but I think we're going to be reviewing more objects than movies and TV shows. Talking about like man stuff, mainly cool things like EDC gear. I want to talk about watches. I want to talk about whiskey, cigars, even like outdoor grilling stuff, tents even. I like that kind of stuff too, and I feel like that stuff's going to do awesome. Let me know in the comment section what you guys would want to talk about. What do you want me to talk about? You know what I mean? Anything. I like to do this stuff. I want to do this for you guys. I do this for you guys more than anything. I have a blast doing the YouTube stuff, and despite this year being incredibly stressful, the YouTube stuff I think is what's keeping me sane, honestly. It's dead. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm out of butane too, and like I said, this kind of stinks. Let me see if I can light this again. There we go. Put in the comment section how many times it took me to light this. Like, how many times did I relight this cigar in this video? Put in the comment section. I think I'm on like 4. Pretty sure maybe 4 or 5. I don't know, but like, let me know if you've counted. You counted. I don't even know if anybody even made it this far. This was more of kind of like a rant, bitching about life type video. But I just want everyone to know I'm rooting for you all. And even if I don't know you, just figure out your life. Life really is not that hard. You know, it is, and for some it's difficult. I know certain situations definitely change the game. It really does. I'm a single guy with no kids. I feel like I'm missing out at this point, but at the same time, like, I don't have that, I don't want to say distraction. Kids are not a distraction, but I don't have anything really, I don't have any real priorities or obligations to those things, you know? I can kind of, like, focus on myself and my friends and family. But, even now, like I said, next year is going to be very different for me, and I think I'm in a good place in my life, mentally, emotionally. Like, I feel like I'm all just kind of lining up now. Things aren't as confusing. I'm not wondering, like, I want to do what I want to do, and I want to be there for everybody, but I got to realize I got to take care of myself, too, and you got to take care of yourself. Don't be an asshole to people. Like, I try not to be an asshole to people. Like, sometimes I will admit I can be a dick. I can be an asshole. Like, I'm going to just say it, all right? I can be, you know? But I'm fixing that, you know? I feel like that's the point. Like, know your flaws, and then don't cower away from them. Fix them. Adapt. Figure them out. Don't be afraid of them, you know? Like, I'm not a very emotional guy. I'm not a very lovey-dovey guy, but, like, sometimes when it comes out, it's like, it's kind of like, it feels good to kind of, like, show a different side of you sometimes, you know? I don't always have to be that, like, you know, that Thomas Shelby stone-faced guy, you know? I don't have to be that, you know? Life's too short to just be miserable. And for a while, I felt like I was miserable, because I will admit, like, I would try to do things for people that I knew I wasn't interested in doing, and next thing you know, like, I'm neglecting my life for theirs, you know, and that's not right, you know, like I said, you know, just, I'm in a different place now, and I love it, like, I really do. I am embracing what this is now, and, I know that the thumbnail of this is going to be like why I smoke cigars, but, like I said, it ended up turning into more of like a rant video, but I will say this, like, cigars have always been my go-to in stressful situations. They are pretty much my, not my kryptonite, but, like, what's the opposite of kryptonite? Like, just kind of like my therapy. My wholesomeness, you know, I like to ride motorcycles. If you really want to get out of any slump or depression, go learn how to ride a motorcycle, go buy a motorcycle, and I'll tell you what, you don't see a motorcycle outside of a therapy office. You really never do. And if you do, man, you're probably just not riding fast enough or riding the right bike. I'm just saying, whatever. But cigars are my therapy, you know, like, I can have a stressful day, I can light one of these up, and then even like halfway through, even a quarter of a way through one, and I'm like, what the hell was I upset about? You know? And sometimes a nice little glass of bourbon with like a juicy steak, and it's like a reset, you know? And like I said, I really enjoy these. And like I said, I think these have earned a place in my life to being called 1/4 my personality, you know? 1/4 might be a bit of a stretch, but you know what? Like, I do thoroughly enjoy these. Thoroughly enjoy these. You know, I don't know. I feel like I'm not alone here. I feel like I'm not alone when I say this, but I gotta say, things are definitely going in the right direction for me. I'm giving myself in this town another year. I still have to strategically figure out, because I don't want to shut down my business for any means necessary. I will remain in the state of Florida, but in my town, like, I'll admit, I went to St. Pete the other day, and I ran a 5K, which was awesome, by the way. Like, I actually had a great time, and it was with a friend of mine, and she and we ran, and somehow I can't believe I'm saying this, but we managed to run the 5K in under 30 minutes, which is apparently really good. And I was like, damn, hell yeah. And like, I didn't know I had it in me. I had to stop a few times because I smoke and, you know, like other things. I haven't ran like that in a really long time, but still running a 5K in under, 30 minutes, I'd say is pretty darn good. Now, on the ride home, like, it was probably like midnight to around 12:30. I got off of road 33 and I turned onto 561, and these are roads in my town. And son of a bitch, I hit traffic. And anybody who lives in this town of Claremont, Florida, has just known that it is like trying to sleep with a stuffy nose. And driving through this town, it is traffic hell. Highway 50 sucks, Highway 27 sucks. And again, it was 12:30 in the morning. Like it's almost 1 a.m., you know? And I'm hitting traffic. And I'm not one to really have like a freaking spaz attack in my car. I get cut off every day. I get people like, you know, just driving like idiots every day. But this, I don't know why. I don't know if it was because I was really tired or whatever. But I got really, 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 really mad. And it was kind of like my breaking point of, I need to get the hell out of this freaking town. And I meant it. I was serious. And it was something I think subconsciously I've been thinking about for quite some time. And I finally reached my boiling point. And the world is big. The world is huge. It's huge. It's big. And I need to see it. I need to see more than this rinky-dink little town of Claremont. And I cannot wait. And like I said, this is definitely a new chapter in my life, and I can feel it. I can 100% feel it. And me, I'm not dumb. I will figure out everything, but this is something I absolutely need to do, is get out of this town. I need to see life. I need to do more. I mean, I don't think I'm going to find the love of my life in this town. I don't think I can do any more in this town. You know, I need more in my life. And I think moving to another city, just starting fresh somewhere else would be good. And, you know, let me know in the comment section if you have done that before, because I'm going to admit, I'm a little nervous, but it's something I am going to do. I have to do it. Because even when I went to Missouri, like for the football game, I was there for like 5 days and just... You know, I went to this little shopping plaza, and I was just like, I don't know where anything is. I had my rental car, and I'm like, whatever happens, happens. And it was like a nice little adventure, and I would like to make that a permanent feeling for a while until I can call another place home. And it's coming, guys. It really is. So stay tuned for more stuff. Like I'm probably gonna do more video. I might do another video before the end of the year. Again, that whole YouTube bot stuff like really kind of got to me in like a really annoying kind of way. I could be 100% wrong about the bot stuff. Like it just kind of looks like it, and it really was like it was almost like heartbreaking in a weird way. Like it was almost like I wanted to throw in the towel and just say I give up. Like I'm done with this crap. Like I really don't care anymore. Whatever. But guys, like you get one life, and you gotta pay attention to when you're miserable. I feel like I caught it right on time. I really did. I felt miserable for a little bit of this year, but now I feel like things are starting to look up, and I need to embrace that. And I need to, you too, listen, everything I'm saying, you need to reflect on yourself too, I'd say, is you gotta live your life. You gotta be happy. You need to be happy, you know? And again, like, I know there's people who are divorced, there's people paying child support, alimony, there's that kind of situation, and I know that sucks, and it really is stressful, but man, I know you got this. You have to figure this out. You know, you get one life, and don't waste it on stupid ass crap. Seriously. Find hobbies, find anything you need to do whatever you gotta do to be happy. And I gotta tell you that. And like I said, you know, cigars make me happy. I know the risks are behind these. I know that these things cause mouth cancer and throat cancer, and I get it. You know, I completely understand, and I get why that freaks you out. But the bottom line is, I don't really care. I really don't care. I'm not trying to be that tough guy. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm just not. Like, I've been in some situations where I'm like, wow, I should have died. And you know what? I feel like I've been in so many of those where it's like, kind of nothing. I'm not proud of any of those, but like, it is what it is, you know? But, like, you know, I went to the doctors, you know, they say like, oh yeah, the cigars take 5 years off your life. I'm like, well, that's good. Good thing it's the last 5. You know, I love the quote. I actually have a Zippo lighter that has this quote on it. It's, in the end, you can't beat death. And some people see it as this, like, oh my God, like eerie Grim Reaper style quote, you know. I see it as, live your damn life. You're going to die one day, so do what you want. Do anything you want. Do it within the law, though. Don't, like, just go around being, like, a criminal. Don't be an idiot, you know what I mean? Enjoy your life in such a way, like, just be happy. And if you have to be happy by bringing others down, you're really not happy. You're the problem. Be happy without being near anybody, without belittling anybody, without upbringing it, like without having even bringing people up. Even if that does make you happy, you gotta find happiness on your own. It's in you, it's internal, and you can find it. I'm finding it. I know it's possible. You know, I'm not going to say I'm a negative person, but I'm more of like a nihilist. I see the world as it kind of sucks sometimes. But in this chaotic world, there is happiness. And you got to find it. It's in you. It's within you. And I know you can. And I'm rooting for you every minute of every day, every second, you know? I'm rooting for you. If you're rooting for me, I greatly appreciate it. I love you for that. Excellent. But I'm telling you guys, life is short. Go smoke the cigar. Go drink the whiskey. Have self-control. Go find love. Go make new friends. You know, go travel. Do what you got to do. I know everything requires money, and if you don't have a lot of money, well, embrace the process of you bettering yourself to be financially successful. It was hard for me in the beginning as well. I remember, and I'm actually considering writing a book, and it's gonna sound stupid, the title, but like if you were to actually read the book, if I did end up writing it, it would make more sense. I want to call it "It Started with Bananas." And the story that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just give you a brief little summary. This was in 2019. I was in a T-bone accident, and worst year of my life. 2019 sucked. Even worse than 2025. Like, 2019 was the worst year of my life financially. I lost my truck. I had to buy this beater, and it sucked. I had to fix it every other day. It was expensive. But I had $5 to my name. I make a smoothie every morning. I went to Target, and I remember standing in front of the banana section where all the bananas are displayed on the little shelf, debating for 10 minutes whether or not I was going to buy bananas for 56 cents a pound. I was there for 10 minutes, just okay, 56 cents a pound. Did the math and everything, and I was like, wow, I am the most pathetic human being that I can't even buy bananas. I did not buy bananas. I actually went back to my truck, and I turned over the truck. It was a piece of shit little Chevy S10. It was a 1996. And it had the LS motor, but I'm telling you, something was wrong with this truck. This truck sucked. And it actually gave me a really bad opinion about Chevy S10s. But I remember, again, I was angry. It was a really stressful time. And I remember I punched my steering wheel so hard that the car just shut off. And it started right up, thank goodness. But I remember telling myself, this is not going to be how I live my life. And then there was a flame that ignited. It started off as a little ember, and then it turned into a freaking forest fire. And here I am now. And none of it was easy. All of it sucked. All of it was a nightmare, but it was all worth it. If I can go from there to where I am, and I'm not the smartest person in the world. I had to read books. I had to learn. I had to study things. I had to look things up. But if I can do it, shit, man, come on, anybody can do it. You just need to try. If you're trying to lose weight, go to the gym. Seriously, think about nothing. Eat, shit, sleep, fitness, and diets. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. Come on. I'm always here for you guys. Like I said, this has definitely been more of a rant and whatever video. Cigars are definitely there for me. I know I keep saying I'm kind of all over the place with this video, whatever. And like I said, I feel like someone out there will watch this and understand what I'm going through, and probably, or even what I went through. And you're not alone. I hope you feel better. I really hope when you watch this, you actually feel good about yourself. I hope you feel better about things. But cigars, they're just there, man. They are the one thing that I think actually helped me just get over everything, to evolve from everything, to go from horrible to good, go from they were there. And again, they're literally just sticks that give you cancer. But the flavor behind them, what they represent, everything about them, it's a status thing. And to me, like I said, I love them. I love these things. And any problem I have, I know I can solve it with the help of a cigar. I'm not saying the cigar does the thinking, but I'm saying the cigar will definitely pace my thoughts a little better. And yeah, I think these are amazing. That's probably 6, by the way. I don't even think I lit it. I'm going to probably just put it down for now. I'll probably smoke the rest of this outside when this video is over. But life is good, guys. Even if you feel like it isn't. It can be. And I know you can do this. I'm rooting for you every step of the way. I need you guys to do this. You need to do this for yourself. You don't even need to do it for me. You don't need to do it for anyone. You need to do it for yourself. Period. I'm rooting for you. Go out there. Get off your freaking chair. Get out of your seat. I know you're watching this video. If you even made it this far, kudos. Somehow you did it. I don't even know how you pulled that off, but you did it. But get up. set goals, and don't stop until you're done. Don't plan day by day. Plan till the frickin' end. And don't stop until you are where you want to be. And fail a million times. But keep going 1,000,001. Just do it. You got this. I'm rooting for you. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. I actually, you know what? I'm going to embrace this one. I think this one was going to be good. It was a little negative. It was a little positive. It was a little 50-50. I like that. I think it's a balance, you know? Always find a balance. And YouTube, I'm going to just say it. Like I said, 2026 is coming up. I don't know if I'm going to do another video. Until then, I don't know. I kind of really like these Pagani design watches. I really do. And I really want to talk about it. I want to compare them to my Rolexes and stuff. I'm going to talk about my Citizens, my Invictas, my Fossil watches. I have a ton of watches. I love watches. Again, I accessorize with them. I love them. They're like my fashion piece. But I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. And you got this. I mean that. Go get it.